goat meat and toast. It is one of my favorite dishes. It may take a little while to prepare, but believe me, it is well worth it. I think it is anyway. So let's get started. Goat meat, of course, is $3.99 at your local ethnic, or Caribbean, or African store, wherever they sell goat meat. Usually, if the store is an international market, they'll have goat meat because 70% of the world eat goat meat. In my case, I use some onion, garlic, ginger, Scotch bonnet pepper, and thyme. If there was a problem with mine, it had to have been not using enough Scotch bonnet pepper. It wasn't really hot enough for me. So, here again, you have the option of making your own mixture. Alright. I also use curry powder and 1/2 lime. That's all I needed, just 1/2 of a lime. And once I did that, of course, one more thing I did use. I did use coconut milk, the powdered coconut milk. Now, this turned out better than I thought it would have. It really did. And it's good at storage, too, when it's in a package like that. Also, a can of broad bean or butter bean. Okay, now let's go on. The goat meat itself, of course, I added salt and pepper to taste. I didn't want to add an awful lot of salt because you can always add salt later, but you cannot subtract salt. I also added pepper. So it was salt and pepper, maybe a teaspoon of salt, maybe a teaspoon of black pepper. Along with that, of course, what I did then was to add the mixture. You remember the onion, the garlic, the ginger, Scotch bonnet pepper, the thyme. Mix it all together. Mixed it all well. I also added some lime juice to the mixture. Then I placed it all in a plastic bag like that. Because I wanted to marinate for a while. And the thing to do is once you get a mixture, once you get all your spices in mixed with your goat meat, then you want to wrap it tight and put it in the refrigerator for about 3, maybe 4 hours. 5 hours if you can. 6 hours even better. And that's what I did anyway. So it's in a plastic bag, a 1-gallon size plastic bag. I like that size for cooking because it can usually hold everything that I need to hold. So it's in the plastic bag, and once it was in, of course, as I said earlier, in the refrigerator it went for about maybe 4 or 5 hours to marinate. So, warm water. First, I started off with cold water, then I added some hot water because you're going to need warm water for the next evolution, which is to add the powdered coconut milk to the glass of warm water. And you mix it well, all right? So you're going to need maybe 2 heaping tablespoonful of coconut milk to a glass of warm water. And that works very, 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 very well. Once that is mixed, and again, I got to emphasize, it's got to be warm water, okay? Once that is mixed well, of course, all you need to do is to add your curry to that mixture. That's right. Just add your curry to that. Again, 2 heaping teaspoons of curry mixed well with the coconut milk mixture, and you're on your way. Now, this is also a part of the entire process, okay? In my case, I add potatoes at the bottom of my crock pot, my slow cooker, if you will. And then, after this thing has been marinated from the refrigerator for 4 or 5 hours, I then added it to the crock pot. You can see my garlic and my onions and so forth in there. Once that is done, of course, then what I do now is, remember, I'm preparing this for overnight cooking. I added my mixture of of coconut milk, right, with the curry. Now, when I poured it in, I still had some left at the bottom of my glass. I simply added some more warm water, mixed it well, and then I poured the rest into my crock pot or my slow cooker, just like that. No biggie, all right? Then I added my broad bean. You see, some people call this something else. It's called butter bean to some people and broad bean to other people. To me, I just call it broad bean. Mix it well, and then the next thing I want to do is to push everything down to make sure everything is covered. Exactly, just like that. Make sure everything is covered. You can see some of my thyme leaves on top, and this is cool. So for all intent and purposes, I am finished. I am done with my evolution. I still get my crock pot, and I plug it in. I put the lid on. Don't forget to put the lid on. And then I go from off to low. And then I go to bed. I let it cook all night on a low setting. And in the morning, when I wake up, by the way, the house smells so good when you cook this meal. In the morning when I wake up, of course, I had it with toast. It was my curry goat and broad bean with toast. It was so very, very delicious. As always, thank you so very much for sharing my videos with your friends and on your web pages. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yesterday, I bought 2 Jamaican beef patties at my local international store, MP International Grocery Store. That's where I bought my goat meat. Anyway, I bought 2 beef patties, one I had for lunch yesterday, and later today I'm going to have another one with my cooked goat meat and broad bean. Good.